Hi, I am Maha Majdalawi, and this is West Evolving Series on Gender Equality. I welcome women to our programs and services. I especially enjoy translating and helping newcomers who are just learning how to speak English with whatever they need. Today, I am with a woman who has been brave in her career journey. She has followed her own truth and values into work that rewarded her economically and makes her feel fulfilled. Rebecca Chenier is a Read Seal General Machinist and a graduate of Women in Skilled Trade program at West. She joined us today to share her insight about what is it like to follow your instinct and work in the skilled trade. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. So, Rebecca, can you tell us about how the pandemic has impacted you and your work?
Yes, so quite early on, I had to take time off because I live alone with my children.
Uh-huh.
So when the schools closed, I didn't have childcare options. So I have been at home with my kids, which is very different from working full time, but it's been nice change.
Yeah, it's a big change. Yeah, I know for all of us. Yeah.
Yes.
So, Rebecca, childcare is a real obstacle for women. Can you tell us how you have overcome the barriers for childcare and other barriers to be able to work as a machinist?
Well, I was lucky enough to have the support of my parents, which really helps. Um, but the more I dove into what's available through the city, there is a lot of options. So I did apply for subsidy, which allowed me to get them into a daycare. And then as my younger son grew older, I was able to put them in before and after care.
Wow, that's
Um,
great. Mhm.
yes, I've learned that things are flexible, that you can always apply. So the one through the school is called Sundowner. So I applied for them to open earlier because
Wow.
I start so early. They
Mhm.
didn't open till I started work. So then I simply applied for them to start earlier, and they started opening at 6:30 instead of 7.
Wow,
So
that's good. So, Rebecca, can you tell us a bit about what you actually do in the machinist trade when you go to work? And what is it like compared to working in an office?
it's very different than an because it's very hands-on.
Mhm.
So basically, a machinist will get a blueprint. The blueprint will say what type of material and what it wants that material to be at the end of
Yeah.
you machining it. So you operate different types of machinery that are capable of turning that piece of material into what the blueprint says. So you need to learn how to read blueprints,
Uh-huh.
use tools, and also read and write programs.
Wow.
So, and then you run machines. There's manual machines and there's machines that are operated by computer.
Wow.
So there's different avenues you can take.
Wow. Great. So, Rebecca, what jobs you were doing and thinking about doing before you entered the Women in Skilled Trades program?
So I was waitressing and I was looking for something a little more dependable with
Mhm.
benefits and steady hours. I was looking into doing insurance,
Uh-huh.
different insurance jobs, and I ended up stumbling upon the course with West and St. Clair, and it just got me really excited and curious. So I decided to give that a try.
So it's a big shift in your life.
Huge shift, yes.
Yeah. So how you were feeling the day that you went to the employment center and asked about the Women in Skilled Trade pre-apprenticeship program? So what was,
So
yeah.
I went in there feeling very overwhelmed, like I needed to find a career. I remember
Mhm.
asking about that women in skilled trades, and he was like, "Oh, no, that's a dirty job. You wouldn't be interested in that."
Yeah.
So after convincing him I was interested, then he gave me the information, and I've really enjoyed the process. It's been a rewarding career.
Oh, that's good. Rebecca, I understand you weren't encouraged about being the Women in Skilled Trade program. What happened when you asked about the program?
When I asked about it,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, he did. He said it was a dirty job and that I wouldn't be
Dirty.
interested.
That they describe it as dirty job.
Yeah.
And you decided to continue.
Yes. So the job, like the West program, is for millwright. So that is different than what I went into. So I also didn't learn until I went in that there are different opportunities.
Yeah. Mm. Rebecca, what made you to try something different, something unfamiliar?
What made me give it a chance was that it was really different and it intrigued me. And I found I was more passionate about it than I feel like I would be sitting at a desk. That it challenged my mind mentally and it keeps me busy throughout the day. So I enjoy it.
Yeah, good. So, what was the program like for you?
The program was great. I found I had so much support through West and through the teachers and technicians at St. Clair. They were really interested in helping me succeed. They really helped me with every aspect of the job. So even teaching you what they call shop talk. So basically what things were called in the shop so that when you show up, it's like a different language almost. So you understand what people are saying and what things are.
Yeah.
So I found it to be really great and really supportive.
New terminology, everything is new. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in terms of economic power, how is being a machinist different than your previous job?
How is being a machinist different than
Your previous job?
my previous jobs? It's like completely different.
Yeah.
So waitressing was more dealing with people. Now I deal with machines.
Machine, exactly. Completely different. The opposite.
Yes, the opposite. It's very cool though. I've learned tons of skills. So it's very neat to have acquired all these skills that I can use even in my everyday life.
Yeah, awesome. So, how did the pre-apprenticeship program set you up for success?
So it set me up for success in so many ways. I feel like the aspect that West did, they were really good at making sure you found a job at the end. So in the beginning, they upgraded your math so that you wouldn't struggle as much. They helped you with your soft skills, taught you the importance of networking. They really covered all the bases there: resumes, cover letters, practice interviews. And then at the end, they set you up with a job fair, which is awesome. That's where I found my job. And I've worked there ever since. So I found that they gave you all the keys that they could to succeed, and then the rest is up to you. And then St. Clair was great in teaching you everything you actually needed to know on the job.
Yeah. You know, Rebecca, for me, I can't imagine working in this field. I don't know why, because it seems very physical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you, what is it like to be working inside a factory with machines?
It was very different than what I was used to at first. But I've really come to enjoy it. The way things work now, even if there are things that are heavy, like I'm a tiny person.
Yep.
So I was worried about that. But there's rigging equipment, which is supports to help you lift heavy things. It's very hands-on, which I enjoy, but it's definitely less intimidating than people think. Once you get in there and you kind of get your feet steady, it's a very rewarding career.
Yeah, that's right. Rebecca, what advice would you give for women who are considering the idea of being part of our Women in Skilled Trade program? So what you advise them?
My advice is, if it piques your curiosity, to explore it, because you don't realize how many doors can open for you even once you get into the trade. So you might be in the trade doing one job and see robotics over there and think, oh, maybe I want to explore that. So just taking that first step and entering into it can open up so many doors down the road.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rebecca. It has been great talking to you today. Thanks so much.
Yes.
And I wish you all the success in your career.
Oh, thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Thank you. For Women Enterprise Skills Training, I'm Maha Majdalawi. Please share your success story with us by visiting our webpage at westofwindsor.com. We are here to help and to change lives for better. If you are looking for some help regarding the employment or the training, please email us at info@westofwindsor.com, and we are more than happy to help you. Thank you. Bye-bye.